Hey guys, welcome back to Reserved Investments on YouTube. And today we are going to do a PSA on PSA. So if you guys are not aware, the Professional Sports Authenticator Company, which is probably one of the largest third-party grading companies that encapsulates and grades trading cards, whether we're talking about sports trading cards, Pokemon cards, Garbage Pail Kids, Marvel Universe trading cards, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh!, whatever it is, PSA pretty much grades it. Well, they just announced that due to overwhelming demand, they are actually suspending services over the next 30 to 60 days, most likely. Now, they claim they'll probably be up and running sometime in June or July and able to accept submissions again. If you guys recall, last month, literally the beginning of last month, I think it was March 1st of this year, 2021, they did decide to pretty much double their prices on all submissions, hoping that that would curb a lot of the people that were sending stuff in to get graded. Unfortunately, it did not work, and now they have a backlog predicted to be anywhere from 3 to 4 million cards that need to be graded and encapsulated. It's probably going to take them more than a year to get through this backlog, I would imagine. Could it be done in 6 months? I don't know. The thing about this is that really concerns me is, number one, it's definitely proof that this particular market, the whole trading card market, is in some type of a speculative euphoria at present time. I am not going to use the word bubble because some of the card prices that are selling at present time are sustainable over the short term and possibly the long term. I've said this before on this channel. I know it's controversial. The stuff that I would not be going after right now is pretty much a lot of the esoteric collectible cards out there, like Garbage Pail Kids, Marvel trading cards. I would not be touching that stuff right now, just due to the fact that a lot of people are really aware as to how much value this stuff has. And I really think that's what's causing the backlog at PSA at present time. There's a lot of people that are coming across collections. There's a lot of people that do have factory seal boxes of this stuff. They are starting to open it up now with the pandemic pretty much over with at present time. Go through it, use that stimulus money to send this stuff into PSA, wait for it to come back, and then flip it on eBay or other auction sites. So I just want to state, guys, if you are investing in this market, please pay attention to what the market is telling you. Right now, it is telling you that the market is a little bit overheated. So if you're going to attend an auction, if you're going to log on to any of these auctions, whether it be through eBay, whether it be through Heritage Auctions, whether it be from any auction site, and you're looking to go after a lot of these collectibles, just know what you're buying. Understand rarity. Understand condition. Understand the relevance of what you're buying, not only today in the year 2021, but if you are truly buying this stuff as a long-term investment, just take note, is this something that is going to have relevance 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 years down the line? There's a lot of people that are coming into this market that are nothing more than starry-eyed speculators. We are seeing this with massive price appreciation across the board in all types of trading cards, collectible card games. There's market manipulators, there's market makers out there that are pretty much just proverbially taking any type of product, throwing it against the wall, seeing what sticks, seeing what the Timmies, the Kimmies, and the Poindexters will pay for this stuff. And then they're basing their assessments after that. And it's almost like everybody out there is trying to chase the next big thing. So I'm not saying this is a bubble, everything's going to pop, it's going to go to zero. But what I am going to say is, over the next several years, there's going to be a correction in some areas of these markets. Whether it hits Marvel Universe trading cards, whether it hits modern era sports cards, whether it even hits a segment of vintage sports cards that a lot of people consider to be more secure. We don't know where this bubble is going to possibly deflate when that particular time comes. And again, I know in a sense, when I look at the overall market, I hate to use the word bubble because there's a lot of people that are correct. You know, you look at the value of a PSA 10 Magic the Gathering Arabian Nights rare or reserveless card, and compared to where the market is for Pokemon, compared to where the market is for other Magic the Gathering products, I will agree. A lot of these items, some of them, do seem to be selling at a discount at present time compared to where comparative markets are right now. But we really don't know the future. Nobody has a crystal ball. So what I am telling you guys, I don't care what you're going after. I don't care if it's Magic the Gathering. I don't care if it's Pokemon. I don't care if it's vintage sports cards. I don't care if it's modern era sports cards. I don't care if you're one of these speculators that disagrees with me and thinks that Marvel Universe, Marvel trading cards are going to be the next big thing. You're willing to pay $4,000 or $5,000 per PSA 10 that's out there. Or if you're somebody that is collecting Garbage Pail Kids or even vintage Star Wars cards or some of these other esoteric card lines that came out in the 1960s, 70s, all the way up through the early 2000s. Please pay attention to the market, understand your risk tolerance, have a written plan, and don't get sucked into the hype. I have been on the phone literally for 2 hours today, just talking to people in these markets, and they tell me, Sean, I have never seen anything like this before. The collectibles marketplace in 2021, along with other asset classes, is going crazy. You see it every day. If you log on to any of the financial news sites, almost every other day, they're talking about the collectibles marketplace in some form or another. As a matter of fact, this particular news piece about PSA, with PSA literally withholding submissions for the next few months, has already gone viral. Now, PSA did put something out on Twitter. They did make an official statement. So pretty much it's already out there. This isn't breaking news for a lot of you. But I want to comment on it because it's very important that if you are getting involved in this market with anything more than a simple short-term time frame in mind, meaning you want to go after these items, you want to build a collection that's going to have value over the next 3, 5, 10, 20, 30 years. Pay attention to what is happening, guys. Don't get caught up in nostalgia. Don't let your emotions run astray. Some of you guys out there are going to make a lot of money in this market. In other use, I'm going to say it, you're going to lose a lot of money in this market over the next several months, several years, because eventually this market is going to correct. So I wanted to do a video on this because I often get accused of ignoring the trading card market, especially the market for sports cards, whether we're talking vintage sports cards or even modern era sports cards. I do follow these markets closely, and I just want you guys to be aware as to what's happening here. With a backlog of 3 to 4 million cards alone, sitting at PSA right now, this is going to provide tremendous opportunity for some of their competitors like CGC, which is now grading Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and of course Beckett, BGS, to really try to take some of their market share. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen because PSA is kind of seen as the market leader, at least when we talk vintage sports cards, modern era sports cards, and Pokemon. When it comes to Magic the Gathering, yeah, BGS has a larger share of that market. And of course, we have CGC chomping at the bit to take hold of that market. But I just want you guys to be aware, this is a very interesting time to be viewing the collectibles market in. And honestly, I have never seen anything like this. The only thing that I can correlate this to, back in the 1990s, when eBay first came on the scene, this is kind of how it was. There was that feeling in the air that all this excitement was brewing. People were going after some of these markets. And then a correction came, guys. And there's going to be another video about this, but most people don't realize this. When the Beanie Baby bubble popped, it took a lot of collecting markets down a notch with it. I'm not saying they crashed, but a lot of other markets in the trade at that time lost close to 10, all the way upwards of 30% of their value because people were holding so much money in Beanie Babies that they were scared if another market started to crater a little bit, they would pull out completely. So it kind of had a cascading effect on a lot of collectible markets that lasted for 1 to 3 years. So it's a very interesting topic to discuss. But in this video, I just want to warn you all, if you are speculating in any of these cards, please be careful, bet with your head, and understand the fundamentals going into this, that pretty much the market is at all-time highs. Invest with caution. That's all that I can tell you. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.